Hello, my name is John Storm. I am an MK Ultra survivor. I'm a martial arts master. Well, about a week ago tonight, me, Duncan Opinion, Miranda Kelly, Randy Moggins had a little time to reminisce on off-planet radio. Um, Long time ago, I trained Duncan. I was one of his trainers. I wasn't everything. I was one of them. We all had plenty of different trainers for different things. I understand that he catches a lot of hell. I'm not out in the public eye quite as much as he is. And I really appreciate what he does because every time you talk about this stuff, it really starts ringing your bell in a really bad way. Um, Much the same way if any of you are veterans of any foreign wars or anything, Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, or whatever, you get a little of that PTSD. And just about everything to do with MK Ultra is PTSD. It's trauma-based control, mind control, trauma-based training. Everything is put to such an extreme bent that you have to either get through it or die or something worse than death. Um, and I hear about a lot of people giving a number of MK whistleblowers a bunch of crap about being Luciferians and all kinds of stuff. People just trying to pull our trigger. Well, I'm here to tell you, trying to trigger an MK is like playing Russian roulette. You know, you're sticking a pistol in your mouth and you're spinning the chamber. And in this particular case, most of the chambers are got something in it. It's loaded. I'll start by telling you a little bit about who I am and how I got to train Duncan, and a bit about what a super soldier, or let's say an MK Ultra type person, really is, because there's a variety of flavors we come in. I was born in July 31st, 1953, and shortly thereafter, I was one of the first infants inducted into the MK Ultra program. Now, MK Ultra is oftentimes touted as being a program where the CIA was trying to experiment on getting the perfect truth serum, experimenting with drugs and stuff like that. It was a great deal more than that. It was also in trying to produce mind-controlled Manchurian candidates. It was also about trying to get super soldiers. In my case, I believed I was being trained back then as a child. I didn't, super soldier didn't really apply. I was thinking that they were training me to be a super spy. 50s and the early 60s, we had the Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all of that, and James Bond, and that's where I really thought it was going for me, and what I was about and the kind of training that I was getting. I grew up mostly in Rochester, New York. It is a mid-sized industrialized city that is trying its damnedest to this day to try to become the murder capital of the world. It used to have a lot of La Cosa Nostra, mafiosa in it back in the 50s and 60s, 70s and stuff. The funny thing is those days are almost gone. And the thing is the politicians that were their bane are the biggest organized crime today. And personally, I thought I saw a little bit more honor among the mafiosa than I do among politicians today. To be absolutely honest with you. Okay, I was brought up through. My particular branch of MK Ultra was funded by the Rockefeller Eugenics Group. Most of my treatment and processing and conditioning came through the University of Rochester Medical Center at Strong Hospital in Building 400. In fact, here's a clip to give you an idea. There is a CIA building there. Building 400 is still there today. Originally, it was used for the Manhattan Project. And that was about injecting radioactive isotopes into patients that just come into Strong Hospital without their knowledge, without their consent, just to see what it would do to them. During the 60s, they also used a number of drugs, plus they also used the facility there to condition people like me. Later on, people like Andy Perro, Project Superman. There was some conditioning that they did that made us very much like what you'd believe or your Hollywood version of super soldiers was. First, let me show you this clip of Strong Hospital, University of Rochester Medical Center, Building 400. This is where I came from.
He does not know that the Strong Memorial Hospital, where he is treated as an outpatient, has become part of the war effort. The hospital is being used for research by the Manhattan Project, the top-secret unit developing the atom bomb. The Manhattan team operates from inside this high-level security building across the street from the hospital. Only authorized personnel are allowed in.
I've described how they made us stronger. Now, before they could make you physically stronger, they had to harden your skeleton or your musculoskeletal system. They used mostly electroshocks on me. I came up through the 50s. Later on, they started using other things. They start using implants, neural implants and stuff that kind of amplify signals to different muscles to help get more strength and that out of them. In my day, it was a matter of putting pads on the different muscle groups and then running electricity, large current electricity. In fact, you have a lot of little gizmos on the market today that you can buy that gives you these little shocks across your muscle groups. Well, those were developed by the experimentation that they did on people like me back in the 50s. Except the type of voltage and amps that they used in us was a lot greater than those little gizmos that you got on your belt giving you shocks today. Now, before they could do that, they had to harden your skeleton. And I got a little clip here for that, but before I get in there, YouTube is going to give me all kinds of hassle and not allow this thing out of the country. Now, I just want to say this about that. I watched every clip that I'm showing you came off. The full version is on YouTube. It can be found today. It's free to view. Nobody is getting ripped off of any royalties for me showing the little clip. In fact, think of it as advertisement. You should watch these things. You should watch the programs. I mean, you watch a lot worse things on television today. These things are a bit more educational. But the government has a problem because when we get up and we start talking about this stuff, now if somebody starts talking about, Elvis clones from the planet Hound Dog coming in, surgically implanting sideburns, while they're asleep at night, yeah, well, that's the kind of stuff they're going to let out. And it sounds wacky and that, thank you very much. But that's the stuff they're going to let out because it makes us all sound out like crackpots. And when I take this stuff to establish where I come from, how we got through this program, how this comes to be the way it is, it validates it. Because the fact is, it's true. This is not a theory. I was there. I seen it. I lived it. So did Duncan. I trained Duncan when he was a young fella. I trained him in martial arts. Kind of an assassin school, so to speak. This isn't the kind of martial arts you get in your YMCA. Okay? First, let me go back. I'm going to show you this anyway. I know they're going to try to censor it, but I'm going to make this available in any other ways I can. Feel free to copy it to your Vimeo, your YouTube channel, or whatever to get the word out. Hey, this stuff is real. We're not kidding. I'm not a joke. I'm not a crackpot. Neither is he. And those of you idiots out there, and I do mean idiots, that are trying to trigger him, just trying to piss him off, we'll get back to you later. First, let me show you about how people get their bones strengthened so that they can get that super strength you hear about for super soldiers.
It's called Wolff's Law, based on the pioneering discoveries of 19th century surgeon Julius Wolff. These are the structures in human bone. Trabeculi, Latin for little beams. When bones are traumatized over and over, they lay down more calcium structures, more little beams. The bones become denser, harder, more durable. Ancient martial artists knew the secret of Wolff's Law long before modern science. For centuries, they've trained by breaking boards, striking sand, iron, stone. That which does not kill you really does make you stronger.
Now you got an idea. We're not kidding. My bones are very, very dense. Look at the fists on me. I've been known, my call sign was Thumper. Anything I hit, I broke. I have a punch impact of over 1,600 pounds per square inch. I can bust security glass. My bones don't break, at least not very easily at all. I can jump out of, I have been as high as 5 stories. That was a bit rough. 3 or 4 stories, hit the ground, roll, in a dissipating tumble, and hit the ground running. I can do that. Getting hit by a car 30, 40 miles an hour, can do that without getting a broken bone. Make a big dent in the car. Now, that's a hell of a thing to claim, right? Well, as it happens, there is a video of a couple Swedish girls. Let me give you a little bit about it before I play you the clip. These 2 gals, we believe, are MK Ultra, Sweden's version of MK Ultra. There is a version in Canada, there is a version in England, there is a version in Sweden. I was very surprised to see this, but once I saw this, and some of the other Ultras I know saw this, there was no doubt in our mind as exactly what was happening. These girls were MK Ultra. They were conditioned a lot like we were. They were also fractured to be Manchurian candidates. If you watch the full version, it's available on YouTube at free. You'll see that the one sister, both of these girls get hit by cars. One of them gets hit twice. The other gets run over by a truck, a semi. They both live. The one that got hit by a semi, I believe she was a couple months in the hospital. The one that got ran over by the semi was a couple months in the hospital. The one that got hit twice by cars on the expressway at full speed, fast lane. All right, you can see the damage she did to the car. She not only, now these gals are like 5 foot something. Duncan and I are over 6 foot plus, over 220 pounds each. Hard body, muscle type guys, big guys. These are little gals, okay? The one sister gets hit by a car twice. It takes 6 cops to try to get her into the ambulance, and believe me, they had the fight of their life. After she had been hit by cars twice. 3 days later, they let her out of the hospital because there's nothing wrong with her. All right? She got hit twice. Nothing. Don't even need a cast, a splint, nothing. And she ends up killing a man. She knifes him to death. I believe they got triggered somehow. Maybe some idiot gone up and just tried to piss them off and did something. They got triggered somehow. I believe the mission went bad. And that's the problem. See, a lot of you will say, well, you guys are crazy. Let me tell you a little bit something about crazy. But first, I want you to see what these 2 little 5 foot something Swedish gals look like, MK Ultra style. And then I want you to think of what somebody Duncan or my size is capable of doing. I say this because we have done it.
In their Birmingham control room, Highways Agency staff are watching two women who are walking on the central reservation, just feet from speeding cars and lorries. A Highways Agency patrol unit is on its way. But as they approach, both women run into the fast lane. One directly into the path of a car. This is turning into a serious incident, and the motorway cops are being called in to help.
The initial call came through to us as two females in the central reservation of the motorway. Anyone being hit, you're expecting serious injury, if not life-threatening.
As the cops arrive, the situation appears calm. Incredibly, the two women seem to be uninjured.
The highways officer came over to speak to us and he started to inform us what had actually gone on, where these women had actually come from.
Right, what we've got is they were in the central res.
Why? Do we know?
Exactly.
Oh, they speak English?
One speaks English, yeah. The one in the red,
Yeah.
we had a block coming up
Right.
because we knew they were on camera.
A full closure?
It's on camera. Full closure northbound.
Yeah.
They were trying to cross the Bravo, so as we approached, they hadn't seen us, mother. The red ones got knocked down by the red car over there. I've got an ambulance en route for it.
Right.
She seems all right, but I'm not a doctor. She has been knocked down.
Is
by
she
a
the one
car.
that speaks English or the other one?
Yes.
Right.
The other one, she's done a run.
Oh no! Mike Alpha, we need ambulance, senior officers to the scene. We've got two possible fatals.
As she ran out, he tried to grab her instinctively. Luckily for him, her jacket came off, or else he'd potentially have been in the carriageway as well. She was obviously struck by the HGV. Once the first girl had run out, the second one, for some reason, also decided she was going to run out into the traffic as well. I turned at that point to start running and try and warn vehicles behind. The last thing we wanted was vehicles further back in the backlog braking, swerving onto the hard shoulder and hitting us.
Do you look after her for me?
The initial shock was just phenomenal. You can't believe that two people have just done that in front of you.
It's okay, no, stay where you are, stay.
It's now a major incident, and we need backup, and we need backup to us quick.
Oscar Tango 3-3 on arrival. Both females have ran out into the carriageway. First female has been hit by HGV in lane 2, serious injury. Second female has been hit by a small vehicle in lane 1. It's got two serious casualties. We're going to need air ambs of it. We're police, my love, we're here to help. It's okay, it's all right. Have you ever seen that before? Yeah, haven't they? What the hell were they running for? Come on, they're on something. It's okay. It's okay. No, stay still for me. Stay still. Right, she's got a compound fracture. What is it, right leg?
You can't be trained to witness and take on board something like that. You can be trained to then start dealing with it, but the actual shock is for a civilian, a police officer, it's exactly the same. You can't believe what you've just seen.
You stay still for me. Keep your head still. Keep your head. She's very delirious. Was she like this when you were dealing with her? No, stay still. Stay still, stay still.
PC Finlayson's priority is to keep her safe until the medical teams arrive.
She is very badly injured, but her demeanour became very quickly extremely aggressive.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Mine's very aggressive, spitting at me. She is very badly injured. I don't know what's going on. Calm down.
She then started to spit at me, to claw, and literally to try and fight me, which is a bizarre situation because you've got a girl here with crushed legs who is actively trying to fight you.
Shh. No, come on, my love, come on, you've hit your head. Calm down. We are the police. We are the police. Calm down. Yeah, and the doctor's en route. It's okay, calm down. She appears very disorientated.
An ambulance has now arrived.
The other lady there, this lady had already been hit once. What was her condition when you spoke to her earlier? She was walking wounded.
I just wanted her checked over.
Yeah.
But I suspected they were both going to do a runner. I don't know why.
Oscar
As soon as the police arrived, I was talking to the police, they decided to run across Run across the motorway.
Or whether if she's on something, but she's not with it at all. Ambulance is here, they're helping you. Okay, she's behind. We are helping her.
What hospital do you belong to?
I'm police. We're police. We're police.
To sustain those injuries and to be like that, I was convinced that there must have been some sort of drug or substance element to it.
Paramedics have told the cops that the woman who was run over by the lorry is in a critical condition.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay,
But the
stay,
one
stay.
hit by the car is showing signs of recovery.
Have they got collar or something they can stick on her?
Won't work really, she needs everything.
Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Right, don't get going anywhere, okay? Just chill, okay?
Try to relax, just lie down again.
She's unconscious initially. I mean, you can see the damage to the vehicle, the windscreen and the roof as well. The majority of people don't survive collisions when they've had an impact like that.
I'm trying to make sure you're okay. Right. Where's Paul? Oh, shit. Where's Paul?
It was unbelievable when she started to come round and just decided that she was perfectly okay.
Where's Paul? Stay.
Why do you film me?
Stay still.
Why do you film me?
Oscar Tango 3-3.
Fucking hell!
No! No!
Her strength was absolutely phenomenal. The only time I've dealt with people with similar strength are those people that have been on drugs or under the influence of alcohol.
Stay! Stay there! Calm down, calm down, calm down! Calm down! Calm down, calm down! Calm down!
Yeah, pedestrian
Calm
safe
down.
boat.
She's looking to fight, she's in a fighting stance. I'm now confronted with a seriously deranged woman.
Relax. Calm down. They're high on
Chill.
something. Calm down. We're police. Police, look. Police.
I suspect that
Police.
deliberate on behalf of the
Yeah? Police. Grab her.
I was joined by a member of the public who happened to be a retired police officer who offered his assistance, which was gratefully accepted. We thought we'd be able to restrain her with three of us, but the strength was just phenomenal.
You all right?
Yeah, got.
The first police patrols at this point started to turn up. As we tried to get her over the central reservation, she went wild again.
Handcuff.
Some people were very close to being kicked full force in the face.
Right, we get her down. Get her down, we get handcuffed from behind, it's not this. Down. On the face, turn her on the face now.
Over. That way towards you.
Watch it, Trace, watch it.
It took six of us in total to restrain her.
Call the police! We are the police.
We are the
No, let go.
Like this then? Why do you do this? Why do you do it? Why? Why?
I'll get that.
Roll her forwards.
Go on.
Over.
Roll her over her.
Fuck you guys! Fuck you! Fuck off!
She's had a serious impact with the vehicle, to a point of us actually getting her resuscitated out at one point because she was unconscious and we thought she may stop breathing. And she's gone from that to the sheer strength and the unpredictability. We believed it may have been connected to a head injury, which is why we didn't go hands-on with equipment and using batons and stuff, which we could have done. We were quite aware of the fact we may cause her further injuries.
We're going to carry her as we are. Yep.
Help me!
She got up off the floor. Tried to grab a restrainer, tried to use his car. She turned around, twatted me, I slipped.
Are we going to stand her up rather than putting her down?
Yeah, just cross. Sure. Oh, all right, it's not a problem.
On the side. Yeah, not on standing up. Right. Keep her on the side. Keep her on the side to the chest. Do we know if there's any injuries? She's got head injuries. Okay. But we need to get out. Right, just calm down. We're here to help you. You okay? We're going to try and help you, okay? Just calm down, okay?
She'd been hit twice, so...
Now the woman is safely restrained, PC Finlayson updates his senior officer.
This one has then gone over the bonnet of that car. She's then got up, punch Trace and ran across there.
This one?
Yeah.
Is she under arrest at the moment?
Well, 136 if she is.
Well, she needs to be, for if nothing else, for going on the carriageway and for her own safety.
These women obviously committed an offence by being pedestrians on the motorway. She'd also assaulted Tracy, and she needed arresting for that criminal offence, assaulting the police officer and obviously being on the motorway.
Yeah, I got about the first one. What was the second one? What was about the second one? What's the injuries on that?
Yeah, she's also fighting ambulance crews, having to be restrained. She appears to have a compound fracture to her leg. They were both hit at a good speed, yet they're still extremely aggressive, whatever they are on over. At the moment, both are being treated as life-threatening injuries.
Time is now running out for the woman who was hit by the lorry. With the motorway closed, the fastest way to hospital is by air. But there's a problem.
They're looking for somewhere to land. We need to land them somewhere.
The cops need to find a safe place for the air ambulance to land. PC Finlayson arranges for the less seriously injured woman to be taken to hospital by road with a police escort.
Yeah, can one of you follow in the car?
To be fair, it's going to need 2 officers.
Oh, no, fair enough.
She's incredibly violent.
She's now calmed down with a little help from the medics.
The doctors have given her something to sedate her because she's too violent to be treated at the moment.
Good radials both sides? Yeah. Just one hand.
The doctors at the scene weren't happy to transport them the way they were without leaving the restraints on.
She's going to be strapped to the board.
All right then.
I'd cuff her without a doubt.
All right.
I wouldn't give it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd cuff her, yeah.
Come on.
The commotion has had a huge knock-on effect. Both sides of the motorway are closed, and motorists are trying to see and film what's going on.
So if I catch you taking a photograph, I'll seize the camera off you, okay?
It's not something we want the public to be doing. It often inhibits our dealing with an incident because people encroach on us working.
Can you go back to your vehicles, please, so that when you get moving, you can get gone?
Now the air ambulance can land safely.
The air ambulance is landing on the northbound, ahead of the scene,
Of course, they've got her in the ambulance and they'll have a look anyhow, won't they?
You try to get staff to get someone to get out there, is that correct?
That one's going to be the worst one. The problem is because they're so high, it's masking any injuries that they've got, they think, at the moment.
As the injured women are taken away, the collision investigation team gets to work, leaving even the cops stunned by what has happened.
It's always a bit of a shock when it happens in front of you, you actually witness it. When you go to something, you know what you're going to, so you're partially prepared. When it happens in front of you, we're as shaken and shocked as anybody else because it's the spontaneity of it. And obviously you can see 2 pairs of hands trying to deal with 2. It's just, you just can't do it. You rely on members of the public and obviously off-duty police officers and van drivers giving you a chuck. So
You just couldn't comprehend what had gone on and why. There was no logical reason for what had happened.
With the cops still baffled by what they've seen, the critically injured woman is rushed to hospital.
So you got that, right? These gals, very strong, very hard body. I mean, seriously hard body. This isn't your average workout in the gym. None of this is.